Today we're going to take a look at the new Mechanicum Domitar Battle Automancia unit from Forge World for, of course, the Mechanicus. What's up, Hobby Maniacs? Baer here with a closer look at the next, we'd say like a, well, it's the Domitar, and it's kind of like the mid-range. It's like the baby Thanatar, I guess, so to speak, for the Mechanicum. It's still a big model. It's obviously on a 60mm base here, but it's not quite as big as the Thanatar, and of course, well, it's, you know, kind of the biggest of the Thalaxes, I guess, out there. So this is a pretty cool model. I think they retail for about 80 bucks US, but it's a big boy. Don't get it twisted. So first off, it comes in a new kind of Forge World packaging here, little clam pack thing, and you can pull out the instruction manual and basically see all of the good stuff right inside of it, kind of like the new kind of deal we're seeing with some of these limited edition clam packs from Forge World itself. So it's cool to get instructions. It's cool to, especially that they're full color, because now you can see where all the parts are supposed to go. You know, stuff in blue is basically options and things like that as you go. So great looking little kit here. Now, once we get this bad boy open, you can start seeing exactly how detailed the parts are. Now, there's, of course, the big brother here to this, of course, is the Iron Circle for the Iron Warriors, which uses a lot of the same parts, but has a little bit more character, so to speak. So here's the torso bit right here, which is kind of fantastic looking. Like, I mean, it's just extremely well detailed. All the little studs, you got, look, all up in the undercuts right there, all those little pistons. It's just bananas, all the little stuff up in there. Look at all those hoses and all the little, you can see like the fill holes, the fill lines as well for the resin, just so they got up in there and they made sure you got a good fill. And then you can see right here's a little flip for the missile launcher, the Ignis Ferris missile launcher, and then there's your reactor and stuff like that in the back. So man, there's just really cool detail on these guys. Then you got the feet. Again, very well detailed. This guy's like he's basically like a mini Leviathan Dreadnought almost. Like once you start looking at exactly how it's designed, and we'll go over it here in the through the manual, and you'll kind of see here's some of the parts for the legs right there. And then here's the graviton hammers, which go on. Basically, these are the arms. There's the fingers right there. But this is kind of like the graviton hammer that they have one on each hand right there. So we'll plop those out, and again, amazingly detailed. I mean, take a look at this. Like, you just, I mean, you can see everything in here. You can see the little ribbing, you can see the little gnarling right here just to catch. The fingers have incredible detail, and then of course the hammer part and all of that. Just very good looking stuff. Obviously they're designed on the computer. They do such a good job now with it. It's just kind of fantastic to see it all come together. More little parts, and there's this little head right there. Some arm pieces left and right, boom, boom. And then you've got your power cables, which you're gonna have to you're gonna have to heat them up and kind of bend them. Look at those badass shoulder pads. Those things are ginormous, holy cow. And then you've got your swivel pieces. And more leg parts, these go down like that. And then the actual, what are these? Actually don't know what this is. Oh, there's the missile launchers right there. So you got the optional one if you just want to keep it closed. You want to have the flip up with the actual Ignis frag launcher right there, which goes boop, right to there, kind of like a little flip up. So it's kind of got that Castellax flavor, like I was saying, but with this little design right here. But it's not quite. It's obviously way bigger. So now when we take a look at the instructions here, you can kind of see what I'm talking about with the baby Leviathan kind of feel, because these legs are basically baby Leviathan legs. Like, and then you've got the hips that go up to here, groin plates and feet, and then of course the shoulder pads. Then the leg assemblies go in right there, and then over here the upper arms attach with those two parts. Then you can select the missile launcher or the missile launcher closed, and then there's your arms and your faceplate. Now, the cords themselves right there are going to be something that you're going to have to heat up and kind of put into place. But overall, there's only 21 different components, but you've got multiples of several different ones for the right and left. So as far as a kit goes, it's mostly simple, but it's still a lot of parts here. You know what I mean? Like, you're still going to have to shade this stuff down and kind of figure it out. But the cool thing is that you can have it doing a whole bunch of different poses. Now, as far as the rules go, they are a bruiser in 30K. There are 175 points just for one. It's a monstrous creature. Strength, weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 3, strength 7, toughness 7, 4 wounds, initiative 3, 3 attacks, leadership 7, and 3 up. Leadership doesn't super come into play here, but it's got 2 of the graviton hammers, which are included in this profile. So it only gets +1 attack for charging and +1 for the 2 gravitons. So when you charge, you basically have 5 attacks, right? So there's that. And then, of course, you've got the automatic shielding, which gives you an invulnerable in combat, as well, a 5-up invulnerable save against shooting and 6-up against close combat attacks. Now, they have the Cybernetica Cortex, which is basically kind of how they're controlled in different things. We're not going to get into all that on this, but suffice to say that it's something to be aware of. Crusader, they can roll 2 dice to pick the highest when they're charging. Then they also have something called a Brutal Charge, where they do D3 Hammer of Wrath at their Strength 7 base attack right there. Now, as far as weapons go, they can have the Ignis Frag Missile Launcher, which has 2 modes of fire. It's Blast 3, ignores cover, which is pretty neat. Strength 5, AP 6. And it also comes with a regular Flak Missile. You can upgrade it to that if you want at 5 points. You can also take frag grenades for these guys at 5 points. So rolling into cover, it's kind of their thing, is to get into hand-to-hand combat and just beat people down. So it would be kind of stupid if they couldn't take frag grenades, right? Now, something else we need to talk about is that they have a Graviton Hammer, which is Strength 10, AP 2, Melee, Concussive, and Wrecker. So they get +1 to their results against fortifications, but more importantly, they have Concussive as well. So if they hit something and they hit it hard enough and they don't kill it, it's not going to swing until the end of the next round, whereas, well, they don't have that kind of problem because they don't have an unwieldy weapon and they are swinging at Initiative 3. Even though it is Initiative 3, it is still Strength 10, AP 2, 5 attacks on the charge. It is no joke, right? So these guys are kind of like the enforcers, like to the Mechanicum army, and they're really neat. A lot of people, they're a fan favorite for sure. I know I personally prefer the Iron Circle ones with that huge ass siege shield. They go with the Iron Warriors, but hey, it is what it is, right? So another cool kit from Forge World, obviously expertly detailed and very, very high quality kit from them, and I really like the new packaging and stuff that they're doing here to kind of put everything all together. I think the retail on this one is about $80 US, and they are available now. It's a new release from Forge World over there on their site.
Deleted scenes, bonus content, and all the interviews and post-game wrap-up videos can be located in the Hall of Veterans on thelongwar.net. Visit thelongwar.net today and try a week completely free with no strings attached. That's not all. TheLongWar.net is also your hobby resource for exclusive early access with an ad-free experience to all your favorite videos. Members of the Hall of Veterans gain early exclusive access to multiple hobby videos.